Hey guys, it's me. I'm back with another web video after a couple months of silence. And I'm taking some chances on this one because I know that some of my Republican friends, and I do mean Republican friends, will flame me for this, particularly so close to an election. But on Tuesday, it's election day, and I am proudly going to be casting my vote for Barack Obama for a second term for president. Doesn't mean that I'm not disappointed in some of the things that have happened over the last 4 years, or that Barack Obama maybe wasn't strong enough in standing up to the Republicans in Congress, or maybe he wasn't firm enough in supporting his progressive principles that we all know he supports. But when we go to the polls on Tuesday, I'm going to be proudly casting my vote for Barack Obama. I'm a born and bred Democrat, and this is the best Democratic candidate I've ever voted for president. I think back to 1992 in my second presidential election when I cast my vote for Bill Clinton. A great Democrat, but a Democrat who in 1993 signed Don't Ask, Don't Tell into law, enshrining bigotry in our armed forces and denying gays and lesbians the right to serve their country. Who a few years later signed the Defense of Marriage Act, enshrining bigotry in our federal code, denying benefits to same-sex couples in states where same-sex marriage is legal. And I look at Barack Obama, who in 2008, as a candidate, promised to end Don't Ask, Don't Tell, and he carried through on that promise. Who was evolving on the issue of same-sex marriage, and finally has come out in support of same-sex marriage. Maybe not as vigorously as some of us would hope, and maybe not as early as others of us would have wished. But he's also a president whose Justice Department is no longer defending the Defense of Marriage Act in federal court. Contrast that with Mitt Romney and where Mitt Romney stands on equal rights for gays and lesbians. On January 20th, if we wake up and Mitt Romney is taking the oath of office, his administration is going to be committed to rolling back many of the gains that we've made over the last 20 years, and particularly over the last several. He has a running mate who's hard right. He's going to be nominating justices to the Supreme Court in the model of Antonin Scalia and Justice Clarence Thomas, who are going to be continuing to enshrine bigotry in our legal code against gays and lesbians. I think not just about myself as a gay man, but even if you're not gay, if you're straight, think about your sibling, think about your aunt or your uncle, think about your potential son or daughter or your actual son or daughter. Think about even some of our parents who are gays and lesbians. And just ask yourself this simple question. Do you want a president who supports bigotry against someone you love? If the answer to that is no, you have no business voting for Mitt Romney. If the answer is yes, no matter what your economic views, no matter whether or not you think Obama has been a great president or an awful president, but if you support equal rights for all citizens regardless of sexual orientation, you have no business making any other choice on Tuesday but Barack Obama. And I ask you not just to vote for Barack Obama yourself, but to encourage your friends and your neighbors and your colleagues to vote for Barack Obama as well. We need a president who stands up for all the citizens, whether they're rich or poor, whether they're white or black, and yes, whether they're gay or straight. I'll be back after the election, and hopefully won't be too disappointed. Take care and be well, and be kind.